We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Brady. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Bears at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Easy.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It does take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Bears are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's good for the Chicago Bears.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now 3rd and 5.
On play action, it's Brady. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. start on the ground with Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the quarterbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Lions nothing.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
That's good for the Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Brady. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go now.
They'll set up a throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 2nd and 9 now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching is certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, but it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the left.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll try and throw for it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play, and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get 17 back there, but he'll still lead to a fourth down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
We're up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Down at the 25. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 18-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Brady.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 40.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 28. The offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Brady going to look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 27-yard.
Boswell's kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tight with points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Bears 38, Lions 21.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
They still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown.